How's it going, everybody? This is Luke from Coffee House, and I feel like it's been a while since the last video, but it really hasn't. We've been doing a lot of X-Bloom content lately, and today is no different, I guess, but it is taking a backseat to something else here, and it's a video about our own coffee, actually. So we're gonna walk through kind of what I have in front of me, and this is live on the website now, so yeah, go and check it out there for any more information. But anyways, this is a brew and talk, a brew and chat, a brew and babble, if you call it. Anyways, I'm just going to be talking through a brew here. I'm going to be talking about the coffee, and that's about it. If you want to hang out and listen, please do. If not, coffee on the website, new, exciting, great. Anyways, let's get into it. I have 3 coffees here. We're going to be brewing one today because there are 2 videos on the YouTube channel, specifically on our website, that have more information about some of these. And we did, for those who have already bought this coffee, we did switch the colors a little bit. So I'm going to explain that as well. But so we've got 3 coffees here, and I might want to rearrange it in that order. But it's from a farm, a very storied farm in Costa Rica called Las Lajas. And Las Lajas is very famous for their processes. So they're doing alternative processes, like a natural process, like a honey process, but they're really the ones in Costa Rica who have commandeered and really gotten the fame for these types of processes. So this Costa Rica, Las Lajas, was one of the first farms I personally ever bought coffee from to sell. And it was really cool, kind of like a bookends to have this trio here. But anyways, so let's talk about coffee, and I'll also break into this. Let me give you a quick little tutorial on how we open coffee house bags too. I guess the official stated way of how to do that. So anyways, we have our bag, we have our seal. What I do, take some scissors or a knife or whatever sharp object you could ever dream of. Scissors are most definitely the easiest. And look at that. Oh my God, there it is. So freshly roasted. You can probably hear the roaster going in the back right now. We are on turbo drive as of late, so thank you for those who do order on the website. It really does mean a lot. I love interacting. We've been doing wholesale for a long time, but there's nothing more fulfilling than interacting with an individual person about coffee, and I just love nerding out about it like I did on day one. I loved when people would do that with me, and I hope that we can provide that level of service for you. But anyways, so one of these bags I opened, let's get into, I'm gonna weigh it and talk about it because I don't wanna have just a 4-minute sitting kind of phase. But anyways, let's talk processes for a second while I weigh this out. And I'm doing the out of the box recipe that my last video I talked about. It's just like the straight up default X-Bloom recipe. We roasted this to really work with that. So you're gonna be able to do that and just nail it. So anyways, 18 grams in. Let's talk processes. If you have any questions about the X-Bloom, go back to the previous video and get all of that fun little info. Anyways, so alternative processes. You get that natural coffee, obviously that's the one that everybody talks about, but you don't hear as much about the honey process, but the honey process is ever important. Basically what it is it's, think of it as a middle ground. It's not quite a natural process, not quite a washed process. So they're leaving some on there, specifically the mucilage, which is underneath the actual skin of the coffee. So they're not drying it in the same way that you'd be drying a natural process, but they're doing something in between. And for Costa Rica, specifically Las Lajas, there is a spectrum, you could call it. And so one thing real quick, almost forgot. Also, third wave water in the tank here. We're always gonna wanna do that. So just a spray there to get rid of any types of static. So anyways, looks like we're live. Does look like we're live. Back to it. We are talking about the spectrum of processes, and nobody really does it better than Las Lajas. Make sure they're all in there. And we'll go. So we can watch that as we talk, but anyways, this is the last time I'm interjecting. Oh. Hold on, I'm gonna regrind it. You see the little see that? Oopsies. All right, anyways, sorry for the little cut there. I made a mistake. I did not wet the paper filter in there, so it was all bunched up and some coffee grounds got around the corner. So if there's any type of lesson to learn here, it's just always wet your paper filter. Anyways, we're back to the red honey, and I was talking about process. And so anyways, we've got a spectrum of processes here, and really what that looks like is how Las Lajas classifies it is it's somewhere between a white honey and a black honey. What they call their natural is a Perla Negra, which is what we have here. This is basically just the natural process for them. It's really amazing, like really, really deep, dark fruit flavors. But what I like about it is we can compare them side by side with what the original coffee would taste like by really kind of paring the process down, the process intensity. So what we have here, which is something that's also been on the website, is the black honey. So this is as close that they will get before they turn it into a natural process here. But something that is new to us is this red honey. This is something that I haven't bought before, but I am just astounded with the brightness you get out of it. Really just like, it feels so transformative to be able to try these side by side. It's just really interesting. And so with the red honey, we're getting a little bit more brightness out of there, kind of like the acidity of that, that fresh red strawberry, but you get some sweetness as well. And so that's what we're gonna be brewing now. And yeah, so the trio here that we have in front of us, I know, I was talking to our roaster today, I know we don't have much left. This has been a fan favorite online. And so we've sold through almost all of it, but I think we have like 20 or so worth of green coffee left, 20 or so bags. So this I think is gonna go quick. So we have this in a trio pack, so all three, so you can try them side by side. But we also have the red honey and the natural process, so the Perla Negra, these also in a kit. So what's nice about it is that we have these two that you can compare side by side, kind of different ends of the spectrum, but this one I think really kind of like ties the kit together. So we have all three while supplies last, but I really don't know how long that's gonna be for. So anyways, we're brewing here. This is the red honey, and I really just wanted to show you what this looks like, how we're gonna brew this, how we're gonna brew it on the X Bloom, and then also what it tastes like. We're gonna taste it here. This is, I think 3 days off roast. Yeah, 3 days off roast. So we're gonna be able to get kind of like just the initial kind of opening levels of that coffee, and it just gets better and better as those days go on. So, day 3 is gonna be pretty good. Maybe still a little residual roastiness, but what we're gonna get is 7 days, even up to 14 days, we're gonna get this crazy development of flavor. So this is gonna start dripping now. It's gonna beep in like 2 seconds. It's gonna be like, hey, I'm done. And I'll put this under there. By the way, we don't sell these, but I'm gonna plug them anyways. Barista Hustle cupping bowls. These things are just awesome. I mean, we've had them for years and years. They're super durable. They don't really stain or anything, and like you can drop them, and they don't really retain heat or pull heat from your vessel. So, if you're ever interested, go and pull these up. They have black ones now too, which is cool, but Barista Hustle. I mean, if you're talking about scientific data, research, all of the information about brewing coffee, they're the place to go to. We're not quite at that level yet. So anyways, I'm gonna put this under there, and we're just gonna go ahead and taste some coffee here. But like I said, really amazing dark fruity flavors. A bit lighter compared to that. It's gonna have a little bit more reminiscence of a washed coffee, but still, I mean, crazy deep fruits. This just like wild, really representative of the land itself. And then the new red honey, which is gonna be the lighter of the three. It's gonna be really nice, more reminiscent of a washed. I mean, this is really a spectrum from dark in terms of the process all the way to light. We have intentions to also get the white honey as well, which is gonna be the opposite end of the spectrum from the Perla Negra. Anyways, we're gonna go in here. I mean, on the nose, we get a level of brightness that you don't really get out of these two because they're so, I don't wanna say masked, but oftentimes natural processes do mask a lot of that bright flavor. So, a nice sweetness. Like I said, there's kind of like that brightness in that strawberry, but from the roastiness, you're still getting a lot of like that nuttiness, like almost like kind of like a chestnut, like a roasted chestnut. Really nice, really pleasant. There's also this like, not quite sweetness of like an artificial marshmallow, but like those like artisan marshmallows, if you've ever had those, like those real homemade ones. It's really interesting. Man, it's just so good. And like comparing it to the two, it's just so much more mellow than these two in terms of like punch you in your face flavors. And I really like it. It's a nice kind of like break, a nice departure from two really intense, really in your face coffees. This is a little bit more nuanced. I imagine this is going to absolutely sing on espresso as well. So we're gonna go into that next. But like I said, this is our new coffee. We're excited to get into it, but wanted to change up the game, wanted to offer a little trio pack online, and that's exactly what this is. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you're watching this on the website, what's up? Let me know if you have any questions. If you're watching this on the YouTube, really much of the same. Take a link down below, follow it to the website, and read up on the Chacon family from Las Lajas, really talented individuals. I'll put some links down below to more text about them. And yeah, XBloom will be on the website. All of this stuff is on the website, except the tally. We have the Kaya stuff, which I think is better, but it is what it is. We like using these at the roastery because they're really bright LCDs, but for the home, maybe like a Kaya a little more. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Luke from Coffee House, and we will see you next time.